Today's lesson is solving systems by elimination. We have learned how to solve systems by graphing, and we have learned solving systems by substitution. So today is elimination. And to eliminate, we're going to solve systems by adding or subtracting, or to multiply first and then add or subtract. That means elimination means we're going to get rid of a variable somehow. We are using two variables in our system, usually x and y, and we need to find out what those variables are, answers are. You can use the addition and subtraction properties of equality to solve systems by the elimination method. So we are going to try them out. Let's try it. Solve by elimination. Now, what I do is I write it this way. I have the first equation on the top and the second one on the bottom, and I notice how the x's are lined up and the y's are lined up, and then the equal signs are lined up, and then the last numbers are signed up. You want to have everything lined up. And then you're going to put a line right underneath it. Now, we're going to eliminate something. Well, I noticed that 6y's are the same, except of one thing. One's a negative and one's a positive. When they are opposite signs, so if they have opposite signs, you're going to add the two equations together. So I'm going to put a plus sign right here. So watch how it's done. 5x, we'll start with this first number right here. I'll do it with parentheses. With a highlighter. 5x plus 3x is what? 8x. Well, let me write that a little nicer. 8x. And then it says, next I'm going to do negative 6y plus positive 6y is 0y, so I'm not even putting that down. Now I'm going to put my equal sign. And then I'm going to come over here and do next the last part of it. So negative 32 plus 48. Remember, you start at negative 32 and you go towards positive 48. So that means I'm really subtracting them. So if you don't know them, I would do it this way. So I would have 6 and 1. So 16. 48 is a bigger number, so it's a positive. So then I'm going to divide by 8. So x equals 2. Now, I have to find out what y equals. I'm going to plug it in. It doesn't matter which one you use. I'm going to use the bottom one right here. Doesn't matter. You get the answer, the same way. 3x, well, x is 2, so I'm going to make it 3 times 2 plus 6y equals 48. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 6y equals 48. Subtract 6. 6y equals 42. Divide by 6. Y equals 7. So now I have the point where the two lines meet. And that would be, if I wrote it out, the coordinates would be 2, 7. Because x goes first, y goes second. Okay, B. Again, we have two numbers that are the same, 6x and 6x. So I'm going to put a line underneath it. They're opposite signs. I have a 6x and a positive 6x, so because they're opposite signs, I'm going to add them. So 6x minus 6x is 0x, so I'm not even going to put that down. So negative 3y plus positive 5y is 2y equals 3 plus 3 is 6, divide by 2. Y equals 3. Now I'm going to take the top one. I'll just do the top one so you could see. So I'm going to do this one right here. So I'm going to do 6x minus 3 times 3 equals 3. 6x minus 9 equals 3. Add 9. Add 9. 6x equals 12. So x equals 2. So my 2 points would be x goes first, so it would be 2, 3. All right, suppose your drama class sells a total of 292 tickets for Taming of the Shrew. An adult ticket costs $3, so $3 for an adult ticket. An adult student ticket costs $1, so 1s. And they make $470. So all of this has to do with money. Everything has to do with money on this first one. The second one is I sold this adults and student tickets, and I sold 292 of them. We're not sure how much of each, but right now this is the system we have. Notice I wrote them underneath each other. And notice on the top and bottom I do have one thing that is the same. And that would be the students. The students are the same. I have 1s and a hidden 1s right there. Notice this time I have the same sign. Same sign. If they're the same sign, I subtract them. Subtract. So I'm going to subtract this time. Well, what number is in front of that A? That's a 1. So, okay, 3a minus 1a. That would be 2a. 1s minus 1s is 0s's. That's the reason why I subtracted them. And then equals 470 minus 292. $178. Then I divide by 2. So adults, I had 89 tickets sold. So I need to find out how many students. So I'm going to plug it in the second one because that's the best one to do it with. So I have 89 plus S equals 292. Subtract 89. Subtract 89. S equals 203. So your school sold 203 student tickets and 89 adult tickets. That's pretty darn good. All right, let's look at another's. Okay, elimination. If I look at example 3, I don't have the same numbers this time. But if I multiply the top one on A, I can make it match one of the numbers on the bottom. So if I multiplied the 2x by a number to get 10x, what number would that be? That would be 5. Can I do that with 3 if I multiplied by 5 to get 3? No. So it's going to have to be the 2. 2 times what gets me 10? 5. That means I have to distribute the 5 to everything. So it's going to be 10x plus 25y. I'm distributing it to everything equals negative 110. And then I just bring it right underneath it. Right, now I have two numbers that are the same. And they both have the same sign because 10x and 10x. So I'm going to subtract them. So 10x minus 10x is 0, so that goes away. Woohoo. So 25y minus 3y is 22y equals, negative 110 minus 22. Now remember, you start at negative 110, and I go towards the negative even more, so that would make it, I'm adding them, so it'd be negative 132. Then divide by 22. And so y equals negative 6. And then you choose from the original one. That might be the best to do. So I'm going to do the top one. 2x plus 5 times negative 6 equals negative 22. All right, so I did the math. So I multiplied 5 times negative 6. I got negative 30, added 30 to both sides. 2x equals 8, and then x equals 4. So your point where they both meet would be 4, negative 6. So here, which one would be the best to multiply? Can I multiply 2 to get 7? No. Or 15 to get 5? No, but I can multiply 5 to get 15. I can. What can I multiply it by? 3. So I'm going to keep the top the same. So I kept the top the same, but I did change the bottom. I multiplied the 3 to everything. Notice I put 21x minus 15y equals 51 now, 51. Now, notice on the 15 and the y, they're opposite signs, so that means I'm going to add this time. So, negative 2x plus 21 is 19x equals, and then I'd like you to do the rest for me. All right, so I have, I got x equals 1. And then I plugged it into the first one. It doesn't matter. You should have, if you chose the second one, either one should get you y equals negative 2. And then your answer would be 1, negative 2. Now, if you had to do C and D, we're not going to do it, but I'm going to show you what I would do. I would multiply C by 4 because I want to get this to be 40. And D, I would multiply this by 11 to make this 88. All right, so let's look at, I'm not going to worry about example 4 as much, but you know what? I am going to do the others with you. We'll do the video, the next video soon. We'll do another video. I'm going to stop this one. We'll do C and D together. Why don't you try C and D and go to the next video and you can see the answers to this.